On the coast of Plymouth, just past Manomet Point, you'll find Manomet Inc., an organization dedicated to the study of shorebirds, their ecosystems, and the threats they face. We went on the local scene with them for Science Fest, a day of education and demonstrations designed to envision a world where ecosystems and human communities thrive together.
Manomet was founded in 1969 as a bird observatory, and it has grown to become a network of field scientists from around the world that are focused on bringing science to communities. And what's really special about today is that it's the first time that we've really been able to share all of our field scientists from across the Western Hemisphere with the local community.
You know, Manomet has been a really important part of this community here in Plymouth for a long time. For more than 50 years, we've been here. We're a science organization, so our activities aren't always open to the public, and we really thought this was a good moment to invite the public in and let them see the science that we do. A lot of us study these migratory birds that fly incredibly long distances from the Arctic all the way down to South America, and we have staff in locations all along those flyways, and we hire locally, and so in Central and South America, we hire local people in all those places. And so a lot of our staff have only met on Zoom because particularly with the pandemic, it's been hard to get together, but we're all here. This week we had a staff retreat and we thought, let's celebrate the end of our staff retreat with this big public celebration of all the things that we do. And so we're kind of all just super high on science and getting to know each other. And so this is really just kind of an amazing way to top it off.
It's super fun that we have scientists that are working in fisheries, in shorebirds, that are working in everywhere from Maine down to Central and South America, and just having the opportunity to meet people from working in all those places and learn about kind of the different work that they're doing and what that looks like in different geographies, I think is just a really unique opportunity. So I'm super excited to be here and be meeting a lot of people today.
I think this event is important because it highlights the work that Manomet is doing, not just with migratory species, but also with climate change and with fisheries. So all of these things are keenly important to us, and we don't always think about these things as we should. If you're living in an urban area, you're not necessarily thinking about salmon, you're not thinking about climate change, except on those days when your air conditioning might be blowing out. So I think that having these kind of events increase awareness with the public about these issues. And this is a lot like what we're doing and what Manomet and Wizerin is doing in Latin America, trying to highlight the importance of these things. So we have numerous fairs and festivals that we're involved with, from Colombia to Panama to Ecuador and Peru. So getting the community involved is important. So this is a model that's being used throughout the Americas.
So almost every staff member at Manomet participates in education in some way. Most of them also do outreach to kids because people who are in middle school, high school today are just so much more knowledgeable about the world than I was when I was young, and so charged up to make a difference. And so we really see it more as just empowering youth and young people to go out there and be the environmental stewards of tomorrow. And so a lot of our education work is focused on sort of opening up career paths for young people.
They're learning about bees, they're learning about pollination, they're learning about horseshoe crabs, they're learning about some of the eDNA testing that we're doing, some of the work we're doing here on the Manomet property. They're learning about the work we're doing in Texas with whimbrels, some of the work we're doing with grasslands in Uruguay with ranchers, and how important managing those grasslands are for shorebirds, and much, much more.
We work to connect youth in Argentina who live on the edge of a salt lake with youth near Great Salt Lake or Mono Lake in California, which is also a salt lake. Classrooms here in Plymouth with classrooms in other countries. So we really, I think that youth outreach and education is a key piece to pretty much everything that we do. I see the education role here at Manomet as something that really just has to underlie all of our activities.
I'm a natural resource specialist, and so my job is really working with people, working with communities to protect habitat for birds and migratory species that are found on national forest land. So we're most concerned about listing of species on the endangered species list. So we don't want to see species listed because that impacts the way that we as the Forest Service manages grasslands and forests.
In terms of conservation, we can have the best science, we can have the best resource, we can have the best funding, but if you don't have the community involved, we can't advance. The community is the key point, and is very priority today, build the bottom-up process, and this is part of this. You know, we are in a bottom-up process in this Science Fest, starting to build bases about information access, you know, community engagement. It's a good opportunity to, you know, to just not in terms of information. It's more than this. I think it's a human dimension, it's human connections, it's energy connections. We need to recover our relationship with the nature. We are on this.
We have this opportunity to share all of the work that we're doing in amazing locations across the Western Hemisphere with everybody here locally in Plymouth. If people don't understand the natural world, I think COVID did something very unique in making people aware of how important the natural world is. And what we do as an organization is really try to bring science to communities and help people understand how important science is and how important just the inner workings of nature are.
I hope that people will come away with curiosity and questions and sort of want to learn more. I hope that they have some good conversations and learn a little bit about the work Manomet is doing, and then you know, want to keep asking questions and learning more about the things that they see today.
I want to invite to the people to understand that if the nature today is the base to our human development. You know, without nature we can have development. This is the message that I want to share.
It's a really rare chance for them to meet not just the people based here like me, but the staff that are coming from all over. And so I hope this becomes a repeated event. We're not going to fly everyone up here every single year, but I'm really excited about this as sort of the opening of a closer relationship with just the public in the town and people having a clearer view of what we're doing here.
To learn more about this fantastic organization, visit their website at manomet.org.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe button before you go. We'll see you next time.